After months of fighting, a ceasefire has officially come into effect today, bringing an end to the latest phase of the Cherno-Russian-Dogochenyan conflict. International observers are expected to arrive in the coming weeks, as local authorities begin the difficult process of reconstruction in the northernmost separatist region. And now, turning to the Atlantic Ocean, I'll pass the lead to our journalist and historian Collins.
This year marks 45 years since the Republic of Everon declared independence. Once a Cold War battleground caught between Soviet and American forces, Everon has spent 4 decades building a country of its own. Today, the island is home to nearly 80,000 people. It remains small, it remains relatively isolated. But after decades of war, occupation, and political uncertainty, Everon has established itself as a sovereign republic. I'm here in Montignac, the capital of Everon, where preparations are already underway for tomorrow's 45th Independence Day celebrations. Across the capital, residents are preparing for one of the largest celebrations in the country's history. The Everonian Public Safety Service has already established security perimeters around the city centre. For many Everonians, however, this anniversary represents more than a national holiday. What does independence mean to you?
Pro mě to znamená, že už nikdo jiný nerozhoduje o tom, co se tady děje.
His answer reflects a sentiment shared by many across the island. For a country whose modern history was shaped by foreign intervention, sovereignty remains deeply important. Everon's modern history was shaped by the Cold War. During the second half of the 20th century, the island became strategically important to the Soviet Union. Military infrastructure expanded across the island, particularly on Kolgayev, where large training grounds and military facilities were established. But opposition to Soviet control continued to grow. The Everonian resistance, known as the FYA, fought for the island's independence. The conflict eventually drew curious American forces into the fighting. The USA eventually launched Operation Flashpoint, and a brief war with the Soviets have started. For Everonians, the struggle became a fight not simply between East and West, but for the right to determine the future of their own country. Therefore, the FYA was extremely against Western support. In 1981, the Republic of Everon declared independence. The fighting would leave much of the island damaged, while the political and economic consequences would last for decades. 4.5 decades later, under President Alexander Hajek's rule, Everon has rebuilt much of what was destroyed. The country now operates a nationwide public education system, with few primary schools serving communities across the island like the one behind me. Its only university, the University of Morton, provides higher education in fields including marine sciences, forestry, agriculture, and engineering. Everon also maintains a central national hospital in Morton, supported by smaller medical clinics in rural communities. But perhaps no industry is more important to Everon's identity than fishing. Commercial fishing remains one of the country's largest industries, supporting coastal communities and providing exports to markets across Europe. The town of Saint-Pierre is one of the country's main fishing centers.
Můj otec rybařil, oni taky. Už po celé generace. Moře nás živí a my jsme na to velmi hrdí, pane.
Everon's economy has also developed beyond fishing. Everon Agriculture Industries is one of the country's largest domestic companies, specializing in agriculture engineering, machinery maintenance, and industrial manufacturing. While Everon remains dependent on imports, domestic companies such as this have helped create a modest industrial base.
Bez farmářů by Everon nebyl nikdo. Tohle je můj syn Marek a já mu pořád vysvětluji, že ve středověku to byli farmáři, kdo zachránil ruský lid před hladomorem. Je velmi důležité, aby naše děti pochopili, že to není jen práce, při které se ušpiní.
Politically, Everon is a parliamentary republic. The current government is led by the Everonian Social Democratic Party, which advocates a strong public sector, workers' rights, and continued investment in education and infrastructure. The government faces opposition from conservative and liberal parties, particularly over taxation, military spending, and the country's relationship with foreign powers. At the center of the celebrations is the President of the Republic, who will address the nation tomorrow from Montignac. For a country with a population smaller than many European cities, Everon maintains a surprisingly capable defense force. The Everonian Defense Forces are responsible for defending the country's territory and maintaining its independence. With me, I have Sergeant Pavel Benesh, who will explain further.
Thank you. The Everonian Defense Forces may be small, but we take our responsibility very seriously. Our forces are made up of professional soldiers and reservists, trained to defend Everon both on the mainland and on Kolgayev. That island is our largest training area. Its forests, open terrain, and abandoned settlements allow us to prepare for a wide range of situations. It is considered the only polygon of Everon.
Ty správaně červo. Nevidíš, že to děláš špatně? Podívej se na ní, ty blázně.
Much of our equipment dates back to the Cold War, but we continue to maintain and modernize it. Everon may be a small country, but we have no intention of giving up our independence. Collins, shall we go to Kolgayev to get you settled?
Let's do it! I'm in Kolgayev. There is live training behind me in that decoy village. We will spend the afternoon in the island, sleep on the boat, and arrive in mainland Everon by the morning. One of the squad leaders taking command of the artillery division, they will fire in any given moment.
Musíte s těmi nákladáky trochu dál podsunout, abyste mohli střílet. Slyšíš mě?
Rozumím, konec.
Okay, that was so cool. We have arrived in mainland Everon again. Last night in the boat, I was asking Thomas, my cameraman, and Peter, my translator, what we will do on the last day of Everon. And the answer is, a hike. We will go to Everon's highest peak and meet some people I want to talk with. We have arrived at Zinard Peak and am here with Zdeněk, a forest ranger. Go ahead.
Děkuji. Moje práce spočívá především v ochraně everonských lesů, péči o přírodu a také v prevenci a hašení lesních požárů. Minulé léto jsme zde měli jeden z největších požárů v historii Everonu. Oheň se rychle šířil přes hřebeny a během několika hodin zasáhl rozsáhlou část oblasti. Museli jsme evakuovat několik vesnic a nasadit desítky hasičů a lesních strážců. Naší prací je zajistit, aby se něco podobného už neopakovalo.
Well, folks, we're back in California. We missed the hot weather. The three of us couldn't quite get used to the miserable cold and unpredictable weather there. And while Everon is changing, many locals still live in rough conditions, particularly outside the major towns. But Everon wasn't simply a work trip for us. During our time there, we heard a local saying from a priest in a small town. It's said to have been passed down for generations, that when God made the earth and gave land to all its nations, when he came to Everon, he had no land left. So he took a little piece of heaven and placed it there instead. Tomorrow, the streets of Montignac will fill with a lot of people. That is not for us to document and film. It is for them to remember those who fought for independence, to remember those who never came home, and to celebrate 45 years of the Republic of Everon. But after 45 years of independence, the people of Everon have built something that its founders fought so hard for. A country they could call home. See you tomorrow, folks.
Je to domov našich rodin, našich dětí, našich lesů, našich vesnic a našich moří. A ať už se na nás dnes večer díváte odkudkoliv, doufám, že milujete svou vlast stejně, jako my milujeme Everon. Ne proto, že je dokonalý, ale proto, že je naším domovem.